Welcome everyone to SQW number 40.
Sure.
40. I'm pretty sure it's 40. I'm calling this one SQW Mania 2. This is our second WrestleMania together.
Bigger, better, better.
We are. It's a real shame that Dolly can't be here with us, so we could come from 3 separate locations, but we at least got 2 for our SQW Mania 2.
Yeah.
He is, I'm going to say he's on location this week. So he's at PAX. So there's no third man for us again. He's really dropping the ball with us these days. It's not like we've been doing any better, but
true.
But we're here and we got to get that PAX traffic to listen to our wrestle talks anyways. So yeah. I think this works out perfectly regardless. So
PAXmania, Sqwmania, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's wrestling related things going on at PAX right now. So we're going to make sure we're going to keep this short and sweet. Everyone's got stuff that they want to do, but we have to talk about WrestleMania. It's a big deal.
We have to get it in.
You can't have a wrestling podcast without talking about WrestleMania. So we will do our best.
Podcast if you don't mention WrestleMania. Before.
Yeah. What's the point? Yeah, we will do our best to be nice and swift with this particular one. It's mostly going to be not a traditional predictions show. I think we're just going to go over the card and talk about what we think's going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
And not do our traditional championship predictions. We're not competing. We're just having this is an exhibition.
That's right.
But
we're like John Cena. We're just competing as fans.
Yeah, exactly. This year we're just fans. Yep. But we will definitely be shorter than, as I joked about earlier, a Hillbilly Jim Hall of Fame speech. So let's just. Do you want to do a NXT thing? Get some NXT in there, or do you just want to jump right into WrestleMania?
Well, let's hit it real fast since it's fast approaching.
Yeah.
Anybody's watching live, we can chime in.
If you're listening to this at a later date, it is 3:12, so on Pacific time. So we are just very close to NXT Takeover right now. So
yeah, my people who are coming are currently texting me about what time they're coming. So let's just hit it. Okay.
So I think the match that I'm most excited for, and I think pretty much everyone else was most excited for, would be the Gargano-Ciampa fight.
Holy crap! Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's like it's the unsanctioned. Like if you're looking at the Wikipedia article, it's like the last match listed on there. Like it's the curtain jerker, and really that's the one that I'm the most interested in. Period.
Yeah, this really could go on last. I just because of the. I mean, it's been a year, so so, and I think it's definitely the biggest one, the biggest grudge match of them all.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And they've done some really good, really like hyping for it, and the way that they have had to play out, and just getting Gargano fired and everything it's good storytelling. Yeah.
It's a good way to it's good storytelling, and also a way to add on a few weeks for Ciampa's knee to get in good enough shape.
Yeah, I do like it's an unsanctioned fight. However, there will be a referee there, and there are rules in place.
There are
stipulations in place,
that affect the company. Yeah.
It's not particularly unsanctioned when there's stipulations in place, but because if Gargano wins, he gets to come back, and if Ciampa loses, he's banned from NXT. So I don't.
Wait, is that a stipulation?
Yeah.
Oh, Gargano's banned. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Gargano. Yes. That's.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was my. No,
I think that was me. But anyway.
Yeah. that would have made that much more difficult to pick who's going to win the fight if that was the. The stipulation, because like who deserves to go to SmackDown or 205 more, I guess, in this situation.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, that's obviously Gargano's match to lose, essentially. It is like...
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is I saw a clip that Daniel Bryan says he wants Gargano on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So So I don't know. That's like if he's out of NXT, maybe he could go to SmackDown. But whatever. Gargano, I think Gargano gets back in this, and I think Ciampa's going to wreck him immediately thereafter.
Yeah. What else we got? We got a ladder match for the North American Championship, which is their new title. Have you seen the title belt?
Yeah,
that's a good title belt.
Made it out the NWA,
Yeah, it is definitely straight out. It looks like a territorial title belt from back in the day. Like, it's a good looking belt, and I don't know I mean, I guess it's their U.S. championship. I guess like intercontinental thing. Like, I don't think they need it, but whatever, they have it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they distinguish it really from the UK titles so much, other than the UK gets been in the UK. But it's considering I'm pretty sure Roddy Strong's probably going to win that UK title at some point.
Yeah,
in the near future. But that being said, a couple major debuts going into this match. EC3 and Ricochet.
Yeah,
those are some big deals, man. I'm pretty hyped for that stuff too.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see Ricochet in particular. Obviously, I like EC3's like his gimmick in TNA. He really knew how to work it.
Yep.
It worked well in TNA, but I don't know if that's going to be his, like, how does he work that gimmick in the WWE? Like,
I think it's everything minus the Carter.
Yeah,
like it's I'm the 1%, I'm the best there is, blah 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 blah. That's fine. That's perfectly okay.
It's not too far removed from a lot of like gimmicks that have recently existed or still exist, but he plays it real well. So and he looks the part. So. It's not the USA guy that he was planning to be on his way out of the WWE the first time around as Derek Bateman and the American flag Zubaz and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's a long ways away now. Forget that. As long as he gets to act like EC3, like in terms of attitude and mic work.
I just don't want this to be like Dixie Carter's foot in the door to be an on-air character for WWE.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if it is. I mean, I think he'll be EC3 insofar as that Matt Hardy is woken. Like could this be a slightly tweaked version of him, of his TNA self? So.
Yeah. So, but the rounding out the card for that or the match is Adam Cole, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, and Velveteen Dream. So,
of which I think all of them are fair contenders for this thing. Now, based on the who in the back of my mind might be called up on Monday or Tuesday. I think Dane is a pretty good candidate to be gone. So I kind of take him out of the running for the belt.
Yeah,
I think EC3 and Ricochet probably won't win a new title on their first match in. So I'm going to say
Ricochet. I feel like between the two, Ricochet is most likely.
Yeah. EC3, him walking around the title belt and spouting off about how he overcame the NXT bungle they did before, depending on what way they want to run it, but it will also be fair. But I think it'll be either Cole or Velveteen Dream, depending on how the tag title match goes, and we'll get to that now in a minute too.
Yeah, well, that's the next one anyway. So
yeah,
because depending being that the NXT triple threat for the tag team championships and the Dusty Rhodes invitational trophy is the Undisputed Era, which is Adam Cole and Alex O'Reilly.
Because Bobby Fish is out. Bobby Fish is out with a knee injury, so Cole is filling in.
Yep. The Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong and Dunn. So, if Adam Cole, if the Undisputed Era ends up winning that, then Cole's not going to win the North American Championship in that match. And
I presume,
if Cole doesn't win the tag, depending on how on the cards they're configured, like if Cole doesn't win the North American Championship, it opens up a little more to
the tag, because I think the AOP are another set of guys who are probably destined to be called up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I think they're out.
And it helps that they have a recognizable manager for the main roster too, Office of Pain. So
they're speaking some English on television a lot lately too,
which is always a sign.
Because they didn't speak any of it for quite a while, but now they're kind of doing their own little promos as well. So I think they'll be able to be fine.
I'm still not super into Authors of Pain.
I think they're still green.
Yeah,
but you know, they let them run over some guys for a couple of months or weeks, whatever. They'll be okay.
Yeah, every once in a while, every time you watch a match, there's always a couple of spots in there you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
like, oh, what? That didn't look good, or ouch, or something.
Yeah,
like
I just don't know what's left for them to do is the only problem.
Yeah, but
they're trying to hit that ascension ceiling, you know.
Yeah, and both brands desperately need a new tag team on them. Since when we get to WrestleMania, you'll see how the tag team division looks like on both brands.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I feel like it's the Undisputed Era with that one. Like I don't see Strong and Dunn being tag team champions over there. They can, like, if it was just for the trophy, I could see that.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's time for Roderick to win something, because he's had, especially in the last month or two, he's had so many. He's been in a couple of tournaments, and he's had a couple shots at. He had a shot at Drew McIntyre before he went out, and that kind of stuff, and it has come up short on everything. I think it might be time to throw him a bone and lead to a breakup then with Dunn, because doing the kind of revisiting the Samoa Joe Finn dynamic when they teamed up and eventually split, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust Pete Dunne. There's no way.
No, exactly. But yeah, I think we both agree. We don't. It's not the Authors of Pain, I think, is the final conclusion on that particular match.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Dunn and Strong on this one.
Yeah. I'm feeling Undisputed Era, but you know, either one is a good win, really.
Sure. Oh yes, they're fine.
Both are fine. Next up, we have the women's championship match with Ember Moon versus Shauna. I forget how to pronounce her last name. Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
Baszler. For whatever reason, that name will not stick in my brain.
Whenever I see her name or think about her name, I always think about Mauro Ranallo saying her name, Shayna Baszler.
But I have no idea. Like,
I think it's Shayna all the way.
It has to be Shayna, but it's sometimes they've been booking Ember weird for a while.
Yeah, I think Ember's going up.
You think Ember's finally getting the call up for that? Like,
yeah.
Been sort of the top of NXT for a while. That it's time to sort of give her her shot at because Monday will be the day where you get a lot of just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. I think her and Peyton and the iconic duo, those two ladies. Yeah. Peyton and Billy Kay.
Billy Kay.
Yeah. I think they're going to go up too.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the safe bet is absolutely Baszler. So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Of everything on this card, it's probably the one closest to I was gonna say closest to a lock, but Gargano.
Yeah.
But second up, runner up for closest to being a lock, I think, because you get your main event for the NXT Championship. We get Andrade versus Black. Every time I think that Almas is going to lose, he ends up winning again.
I know, isn't that funny? Yeah.
So I don't know. Him winning doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Part of me wonders where Drew McIntyre is going to end up when he gets better, because he needs to get a rematch against Almas for putting him out.
I really like Black. So.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
So I would like. I think my desire to see him as NXT champion sort of blurs my vision a little bit. It makes me just like, he's gonna win because that's the one I actually want to see him as champion. Like, I have he's had great matches, Almas has, but like I never feel compelled to like watch them when they announce his title matches or whatever.
Right.
Like even the last one, which was a fantastic match. Everyone was talking about it at the last takeover after it happened, but like leading into it, I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm leaning toward Black, but I wouldn't be surprised if Almas wins it.
Yeah, because like I said, every time I think he's gonna lose, he just ends up finding a way to still be champion. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some shenanigans happens in the main event.
Yeah,
because I think everything else is going to be pretty straight.
All right, so that's NXT. That's just a short few minutes from now in its own little way from what we're talking. But that's just hour 38 of professional wrestling this week.
Yeah.
Now we go into
the 13 matches of WrestleMania 34.
Yeah.
God, all right.
7-hour card of WrestleMania 34.
Let's hit this running, man.
Yeah, you can say that it's on the pre-show, but it's when it's on the network, it's just all one thing. So it is a 7-hour show this year, and boy, did they get they found a way to get everyone in there, didn't they?
They did, yeah, and actually paying off some angles, which is okay too. So
yeah,
hopefully so.
Yeah, that was actually a major thing. You're looking at it, it's like, oh yeah, there's actually storylines playing out to completion this particular WrestleMania
that are longer than a month, which is all right,
So the pre-show. We'll start with the pre-show. There's 3 matches on the pre-show. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Don't know. Only know a few people in it.
Oh, they're up to 29 right now.
Yeah.
I saw it on Cage Side Seats, I think.
Yeah.
Pardon me for a moment.
We came in very prepared, as you can tell.
Yeah, I think though the 10 more wrestlers. Here we go. So I'll read the list real quick, as soon as it loads for me. Elias is one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'll go real quick. Elias, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, R-Truth, Sin Cara, Titus O'Neil, Apollo, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Mike Kanellis is making his return to the Battle Royal. Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Ty Dillinger, Dash Wilder, Scott Dawson, Matt Hardy, Goldust, Heath Slater, Rhino, Zack Ryder, Primo Cologne, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, Aiden English, and Kurt Hawkins.
Well, we also know that the did you say because what was the Revival announced that they were going to be the first tag team to win the Andre Battle Royal?
Yeah, they're in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you just say Primo Cologne? Was the other Cologne in there, or is it just Primo?
No. Primo was on SmackDown this week in a tag match, on the winning side of a tag match, like an 8-man tag.
Okay, here's my answer for this. I'm not gonna pick who's gonna win this because I do not care.
I'll do you better. I'm gonna pick 3 people because 2 of them hinge on returns here. So based on this list, it's going to be Elias.
Yeah.
But I know that the Big Show is ready.
Yeah.
And he announced that he has a new contract.
Yeah.
And that Big Cass is also ready.
Yeah.
Big Cass would be in the right level to be a fresh face to winner. And was he a face or a heel when he left? A heel.
He was a heel when he left because he was still beating up on Enzo when people still liked Enzo.
Okay.
And so when he got hurt, Enzo turned heel, and then
right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, sorry for cutting you off there, but
no.
I'm gonna say Elias if it's just this list.
Yeah.
And if Cass is back,
I did see Cass at the Hall of Fame last night. So
I did. He didn't look very happy. So maybe he's.
And so that's actually not too bad of a call. I mean, Cass would be the exact type of person you'd want to win. Vince McMahon loves him. And you need to do something to keep him away. Like, he can't just come back in without a storyline.
Yeah.
Like, because Enzo's not there anymore. And so there's no payoff to any of that stuff. So he has to be his own man without ever mentioning Enzo.
That's right.
So Andre the Giant Battle Royal wins. A good way to some sort of like winning a tournament, winning a battle royal, all that kind of stuff is a good way to bring a guy back that doesn't have a storyline built in for him now.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, though Enzo was just cleared of all charges. So.
Oh, was he? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because he still lied to the WWE, so he's never going to come back.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Cass. I didn't think about that, but Cass is a good. If he's gonna just show up, that's a good winner. And and then you have the not fabulous Moolah women's the women's battle royale.
Yeah, it's the uterine championship or the uterine battle royal with that weird looking cup. Boy, what a flub that was.
Yeah. All of the marketing for this match has been miserable. So
yeah,
they make action figures with the so there is an actual like action figure sized Andre the Giant trophy that's come with a couple of figures. So I can't wait for that trophy to come with some whoever wins it this year sometime later in the year.
Yeah,
I again, same kind of idea. Like, I mean, there's only a couple of people that actually have a storyline in this battle royale. So, like all of the storytelling has been around Bayley and Sasha.
yeah.
So it just feels like by default one of those two is going to end up winning this thing and lead to their feud.
The number of entrants is a lot.
The other one, and then you get the series of matches out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the number of entrants is a lot smaller. It's only Sasha, Ruby, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Natalya, Bayley, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Mickie James, Carmella, and Dana Brooke. So there's a few more openings for some surprise folks, I guess. Assuming that they want to fill out the roster a bit, so you might get a little repeat of some of the people from the Rumble. But
in the Molly Holly appearance, since we know she's there.
Yeah. So I guess maybe a few NXT people might show up. Who knows?
I'm sure there'll be a couple of NXT folk in there.
But like you say, I think this will boil down to Sasha and Bayley and competition over the win. So I'm gonna go Bayley.
So based on, because if it goes storyline telling that we think it's gonna, if Bayley wins, that would imply that she probably does something underhanded to screw Sasha out of it. So you're thinking Bayley's gonna?
I'm thinking Bayley wins. Like she might sneak a win in, but I think Sasha loses it finally.
Yeah, it's the snap that makes Sasha. Yeah. Whether it be tomorrow night or Monday night,
whatever. Yeah,
it will be. Whatever the outcome of this, the only thing that's going to come out of this battle royale is that storyline. Whether those two are the actual winners, what they do in that match is the storyline.
Yeah. So, and also the smartest thing that they can do is have Sasha then destroy the trophy, over Bayley, so they can just make a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm into that.
Bad news Brown style.
Yeah, exactly. I'm into that. It's what I hope. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
And the final pre-show match is for the Cruiserweight Championship. Just like last year, the Cruiserweight Championship makes it on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali, which will be a phenomenal match.
Yeah, and they've built this up really well. Like, where the hell did Mustafa Ali come from with these promos and stuff that he's been doing? Like, it's terrific. It's been terrific. And then you got Drake Maverick, really hyping it up and doing something. He's cutting some great promos to.
Every time I see Drake Maverick, Spud on there, he looks confused that he's in the WWE.
Yeah.
Like every time it's like he looks like I don't know how I got here either.
Sure, yeah, why not? Yeah,
but I'm here. I'm gonna say Ali. I think Ali's gonna win that one.
I think so too. Even though Cedric's been around more of a focus the past year, I think Ali might take it.
Yeah. I feel confident in that of him winning that. I don't know. It's like because I just feel like Cedric Alexander is always going to be a mainstay, regardless. Like he's always going to be in that title picture. And I feel like Ali is underrated on that roster somehow. Like despite him being every bit as good as Alexander's been, but Alexander's sort of become the face of that division. And so I feel like he can have that title at any time. I think Ali needs it a little more, and he deserves it to get just to make him the big star on that division that he really is, but doesn't get the credit of being.
And they'll certainly continue to have a rivalry and all that stuff for a bit before Buddy Murphy takes it all and he becomes the champion. So that's happening. You know that's happening, right?
Oh, that's absolutely happening. But yeah, so that's the pre-show.
Yeah. So I got about 25 minutes before I got some people showing up, so we gotta put the pedal to the metal.
Let's go through this. We'll just start from the bottom and work our way through. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon versus KO and Zane.
Oh, Daniel Bryan! I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry at that match. I'm telling you right now.
I know, me too. And he was teasing Seattle Seahawks themed wrestling gear, so I'm excited about it because last time I saw him live. Was a house show, and after the match it was just before the WrestleMania where he won the Intercontinental Championship, like a week before that or something. He's like, next time I come to Seattle, I'm gonna have Seahawks themed gear. Unfortunately, the next time he was in Seattle was his retirement, so he never got a chance to wear that gear, and he sort of teased it again. So
yeah. So this one, again, the stipulation kind of suggests who's going to win, because if Owen and Zane lose, they continue to be fired. If they win, they are rehired. So presumably they're going to win by some means, and I presume it's some sort of heel turn shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean, look, they've been teasing tension between Shane and Daniel Bryan forever. Since for months now. Like this was apparently always sort of like in the plans, this match. Like it was always hinging on Daniel Bryan getting cleared, and WWE clearly was confident enough at a point for Daniel Bryan getting cleared. So
yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it means Daniel Bryan turning heel, although I wouldn't be against that. That'd be kind of cool. But
it would be cool, but boy, from a money standpoint, and I just don't see how they don't have him just ride that wave of like
have Shane McMahon
overwhelming positivity for him. Like, how do they not ride that wave for a little while?
Yeah, having Shane McMahon just sort of be a jerk and turn heel on Daniel Bryan seems more likely in some way.
Yeah, like I don't think that means he has to,
side with
align with Owens and Zane exactly. But I don't think he can turn on Daniel without and ruin his return.
Yeah,
rather,
exactly. But I still think at the end of the day, it's WrestleMania and it's WWE wanting to cash in on that, and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon winning, and maybe just prolonging the storyline a little more with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
Keeping them fired and then having them cause havoc or something. I mean, that's just what their storyline's been anyways, so.
It could also be a catalyst for a move to Raw as well.
Yeah.
So, assuming there's a shakeup coming at some point in the near future.
I mean, with Lesnar leaving, you need a title picture again.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens should be in the Universal title picture. He was a major Universal champion for a long time.
Yeah,
why not?
Sure.
But so you get we'll just do Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. They're not going to have Ronda Rousey eat a pin.
I also don't want this to be the main event, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think it will. I don't
think it will either, but some people think that it is.
Yeah, I think WWE would have to know that Rousey's too green to really have that be.
Oh my God, yeah. We'll see how it goes. But
and did you see the news story where apparently up until very recently, Batista thought he was going to be in that match, so that would have been interesting and leading to a match between Batista and Triple H next year. But but this will probably lead to a Kurt Angle Triple H feud.
Yeah, sure.
So, but yeah, I think we both are in agreement that it's Rousey.
Yeah.
There's no way Rousey will pin Stephanie McMahon or make her tap out. Likely make her tap out. I would assume because that was her thing, armbar or whatever. She made people like that's her thing. So, next up, just powering through here, the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the tag team championships of SmackDown.
Yeah, I am going Bludgeon Brothers just because we need some heels to win some matches.
Yep, I agree. I think the Bludgeon Brothers are there. I love Luke Harper still. Not a big fan of Rowan. He's a great tag team guy, but I would love to see Harper. I'd just like to see Harper succeed. So him winning the tag team belts with his longtime tag partner is okay with me, anyways. And
that's right.
And so And like, you know, it's the New Day. The New Day don't need the titles to be who they are. So, you know, and the Usos have been champions for a long time right now. So Bludgeon Brothers, I agree. That seems like the safe bet on that one. Cesaro. And well, I mean, Cesaro. There we go. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Braun Strowman and mystery partner. Which, I mean, Strowman, right? Like,
yeah, Strowman's going to win something at some point, you know, on a big show. So he's like Roderick Strong at this point, really. So I think he'll win it. As far, do you have a pick for his partner? Is it Big Show? No.
Part of me wants it to be just. I want it to be like just the smallest person possible, just to.
I wouldn't be opposed to Neville being his partner, to be honest.
Yeah, or you know, if he was still around, Ellsworth. I mean, his first.
Or Ellsworth. He's in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun. Like, yeah, why not? His mixed tag partner, him and Alexa Bliss as tag.
Yeah.
Whatever. Him alone would be kind of fun, but that really makes the tag division look bad. Even though he's going to win. And even though he's going to effectively win alone, regardless.
Yeah, but, I think he's teased a partner for too long for it not to be a person, like a warm body, no matter who it is.
His mystery partner on Monday of just him in a dress shirt and glasses, Braun Strowman, was absolutely brilliant. And
yeah, it reminded me of Jack Tripper's twin brother, Austin Tripper.
Yeah,
but from Dudleyville somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, Braun Strowman and whoever TBD is the winner of this particular match, I believe. I think just for a nice, it'll be a fun WrestleMania moment.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
So
probably short too.
Yeah. Flair versus Asuka for the championship.
I'm going Asuka on this one.
I like it would be the place to end the streak, but it won't be.
No, I don't think so.
She's huge. She's over. She's probably. I mean, she's a massive women's star. Everyone loves her. I think she's selling merchandise pretty well. Those masks sell very well. So it's all the perfect storm for her to be champion.
Yeah, so. I think the match will be a war, which would be, but I think she'll come out on top.
Then you have Bliss versus Jax.
I think this one's going to be short as well. I think Nia is probably if Nia wins, it's going to be real short. Yeah. And
I want Nia to win because if she doesn't, it lets the bully win, which kind of sucks. Like the whole storyline has been that she's been a jerk and she needs her comeuppance, and then she doesn't get her comeuppance.
I think Nia wins this one, and some people have been speculating about Carmella cashing in on Raw rather than on a SmackDown person.
Yeah.
That maybe, I don't know, but I think Nia squats her pretty flat.
You know, and does SmackDown even have, like, does that Money in the Bank even, does it have to be SmackDown? I always forget on this.
Well, like, it was a SmackDown pay-per-view, so and only SmackDown people were involved in it. But then again, you know, I don't think Carmella. A few weeks ago, I thought maybe Carmella would be the person to break the streak via cash in.
Yeah,
and that could still be possible, but I don't know.
Next up, we've got Randy Orton, who versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev.
Yeah.
For the United States Championship, coincidentally happening on Rusev Day.
Yeah,
there's a good chance. I feel like winning a championship on Rusev Day would be good karma.
Definitely. I'm all for that.
Considering the only reason he's in that match is because he threatened to quit.
Yeah. So I think Rusev really has the shot here. Even that aside, like everyone else is just dull as shit. Like, you know,
just give it to him. People love him. He's selling. The only reason he's in that match is because he wanted to leave, and you said no. You're selling too many T-shirts. We can't have you leave.
And too many calendars. Like the calendars are flying off the shelves.
Yeah, it's like Randy Orton as U.S. champion is the most boring thing. Period. And Bobby Roode. Okay, I love Bobby Roode. always have. But
he needs to be a heel.
Yeah, and this isn't. He's not in the right spot right now. So just give it to Rusev. It'll make the fans happy. It'll, it'll be a good moment, and it's WWE, so he'll lose it the next night or something like Zack Ryder. But
Zack Ryder, yeah.
Then you have, but we both just are going to say Rusev because it's the best possible option.
Yeah, give me Rusev.
Yeah. Then you have The Miz versus Rollins versus Balor for the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
With, literally any three of those guys can win and I'd be okay. Like, I feel like Rollins needs less. Like, Finn needs some sort of momentum. And he's the heel going into this match, essentially, by default, since
Miz?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. Oh, okay.
Because The Miz on Monday turned full babyface.
Yeah.
Which was upsetting.
He can't go face before he faces Bryan. There's just no way.
It was like, he's bad at it. He is not, never has been, and never will be a good babyface. I love The Miz. I've been a big fan and supporter of The Miz for a very long time. Like, when he was main eventing WrestleMania, I was excited about that because I was a big fan of The Miz. I like that gimmick. I like how he plays it. He knows that people hate him because of who he is, because of what he's done, because of his history in the industry, being the reality show TV guy that fell into a wrestling thing, essentially. Yeah. Like, that's right. But he is like, the Mr. Perfect kind of, where he's at is perfect, and I love him there. And
yeah.
He plays the role so well, and having him just being like, "Oh, I love these guys. They're great wrestlers" on Monday was like, no, that's not. Why are you ruining your own game? I realize you're a dad now, but
yeah. Hopefully he makes it so sappy it becomes annoying.
Yeah, that's my hope, that like it's just he's so bad at being a babyface that it makes him an even bigger heel. But it'll be Balor or The Miz. I don't think it'll be Rollins.
Yeah, I think you're right. Finn needs it the most. Miz is a heel champion in a triple threat, so I think I'm going to go with the statistics and say that he'll win.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just it'd be Miz or Balor, and we're not really making real predictions like
no, not really.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The main event of the card. I can turn it off. And be happy. Yeah. Like, they call it a dream match, although let's be honest, this match happened just a handful of years ago. Like, it's not really a dream match. It's a dream match that's happening in the WWE. That's what makes it a dream match.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic match then. And I'm 100% positively a fantastic match again. Even in the WWE style, those two guys aren't going to gimp their styles against one another since they know each other very well.
Oh yeah. I think they'll cut loose a little more on this one as well. I mean, I don't know if they'll go the level of Sami Zayn and Nakamura from NXT, open up the tool kit, but I'm hoping somewhere between, here and there is where they fall and give us something special.
The only reason I'm sure AJ's going to win the match. I just that just seems like a safe bet. I mean, for me, like, as much as I would absolutely love nothing more than Shinsuke Nakamura to have WWE champion.
Yeah.
I don't think WrestleMania is where they would crown him champion. And I also don't want him to be champion because I also don't want to see him lose the championship. But I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura will be WWE champion on the blue brand, but I don't think it's tonight or tomorrow night. I think AJ will end up winning.
I want Nakamura, but I'm feeling AJ as a winner.
Yeah, I feel like this will be the things that you show Vince McMahon and say, see, he can be champion, and people will love it. Like, he'll lose, but it'll be like, it'll show that, that thing where he dropped John Cena on his head was an accident. And that was just an isolated incident.
Yeah.
But and then you have your actual main event of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Here's your lock of the week. I'm pretty sure.
if Brock Lesnar wins, it will be the absolute shock of the show. Like it will be like, I mean, it is like I can't imagine the scenario where Brock Lesnar wins this match. Like what do you? There's no gain.
There's no gain
out of it. I don't know what his like draw is these days, but I feel like it's been on the downslope regardless. And and it's if you want Roman Reigns to be your guy, you have to actually pull the trigger at some point. And not keep doing it and then pulling back because he's getting booed or whatever. Like you want him to be the guy, you have to finally let him be your guy, regardless of what the fans think. You were trying to make it work. Try to make it work. Don't have him be champion for a month and then have the big heel beat him again and have that, if we've been going through the same song and dance forever with Roman Reigns. We've been, he's the guy, but they never actually like position him as the guy. They never give him a chance to even try to be the guy. And you finally have people cheering for him because he's not Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So
it's time. It's just time, right? Like
So just do it. Just do it. Jesus.
And so I'm agreeing with you on that one. Now, I guess finally, before we have to take off here, we'll hit on the presumed John Cena and Undertaker collision or not collision. I don't know what it's going to be. Set up for next year. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be. It has to be. That was the plan. Because there is no good storytelling to have that match happen now. Tomorrow.
I don't think there's any time space to have this match happen. Yeah, have this match happen now.
Because you like. If Cena's going as a fan, as the whole thing, like, is Undertaker gonna pull? How is he gonna find his way into the ring to say, well, the Undertaker didn't show up after all. I'm just a fan and I'm allowed in the ring. But set up for next year. There'll be some sort of setup for next year. Give the Undertaker something. Maybe the Undertaker's like hurt, like still recovering from surgeries or whatever.
Well, he did have hip replacement surgery, did he
not? Yeah, and it may just be like, I do want to have that match, but it can't be right now. Like, this will be like last year's the last major John Cena storyline, like the Rock stuff, where they set up that match at WrestleMania for the next year.
WrestleMania,
I wouldn't be surprised, and have it be it's that way you have a year of promotion of it actually being the Undertaker's send off, like. And the Undertaker needs a send-off. When last year with the Roman Reigns thing and just him setting his gloves down, like, that's not an Undertaker send-off. The Undertaker needs to have it gives him time to, because the rumor's been the American Badass thing is coming back.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I'm cool with that because it will strip away that level of the dead man from him and let him be a dude again. So when he retires, he can give a speech like an action. Like, the only reason, like, I've been waiting for the Undertaker to retire simply so we can stop pretending that he's actually the Zombie Man. Like, get a Undertaker documentary stuff, be able to sort of pretend like he's actually a human being, like, and not just always in kayfabe. He's just always there is no Mark. There's only Undertaker.
Yeah. I think a setup for a future match is probably what's going to happen. He might drive down in the Biker Taker gear, and to answer the call. But when he retires, he'll be in. I don't think he'll be in any kind of biker gear. I really don't think so.
No.
Whenever that match happens,
when inevitably Kid Rock takes the stage to perform a song, because he's absolutely going to. So.
Yeah, it's just I just cannot see any retirement promotional material and video packages of his career that show the end of it as Biker Taker. It's just not going to happen. There's no way.
I know. But
he could show up here in a bandana and on a bike. Sure.
Before he became that Biker Taker, he was already starting to just sort of be the Ministry Undertaker, but there was that weird promo that he cut with the Undertaker where they were riding their motorcycles in the desert and stuff. And he wasn't the American Badass Taker at the time. He was still like Ministry Undertaker at the time, but that was his weird test run for that gimmick. That'll be the Undertaker. It'll be. So. And even when he came back as the Dead Man Taker, he really wasn't. He was still dressed as a cowboy, like
the last Outlaw stuff.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the storyline ends up being.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously going to play out in some way. I don't see it being a match, but you never know. It's a WWE. Anything could happen. Who knows? We don't know how short some of these matches will be, or be shortchanged, or whatever. They canceled a segment because they couldn't get a commitment from The Rock, I guess. Because it was going to be Elias doing a little concert in the ring, and then he was going to get interrupted by Jeff Jarrett, and then interrupted by The Rock. But The Rock wouldn't commit, so they just canceled it all together. So there theoretically is an empty spot. So
I don't see it on a 13-match card, but anyway.
Yeah. So, but
we should wrap things up though. I got a couple of minutes here, so.
I think we covered the entire show.
I think we got it all. Yeah, that's good.
We will wrap this one up right now. You can find me on Twitter at _double_J. John, they can find you at
Jon Kehoe, JONKEHOE, and I'm sure I'll be tweeting throughout tonight's show and tomorrow's day-long extravaganza. So follow me on there and tweet and reply back to me. I like getting the replies.
Absolutely, and we will. If we'll try to. Are you free next weekend? Do you think?
I'm free most weekends.
So let's say next Saturday. We'll have a show next weekend to talk about this pay-per-view and the following Mondays and Tuesday shows.
Sounds good.
Sounds sad. So count on it. We're gonna do that.
That's your lock of the week.
That's your lock of the week. Well, there will be a show next weekend. All right. So until next week, this has been John. This has been JJ. Good night.
Cheers.